Welcome to KU Padasala, the online platform. We will discuss about sharks, skates and rays of India. Along with me is Ms. Swathy KS, research scholar in Kerala University of Fisheries and Ocean Studies, who is doing her PhD under my guidance. As a preamble, I should tell why sharks are important. Sharks have lived on the earth over 450 million years, since long before the dinosaurs and even before trees. I repeat, since even before dinosaurs and trees came. They survived 4 mass extinction and they are still surviving. Now, the only species, that is human beings, the Homo sapiens, are driving sharks to the brink of extinction. So it is in this context, moreover sharks are the keystone species. It is in this context we need sharks are to be protected. So I welcome Ms. Swathy, who is doing her PhD work on this line. Over to Swathy.
Thank you, Dr. S.M. Rafi, my supervising guide, for introducing me to the KU Padasala. As you can see on the screen, my topic is sharks, skates and races of India. Before starting to the point, let me introduce myself. I am Swathy KS, PhD scholar of Kerala University of Fisheries and Ocean Studies, under the supervising guide of Dr. S.M. Rafi, Associate Professor, Department of Aquatic Biology and Fisheries, University of Kerala. Let me talk about the characteristics of chondrichthyes. The word chondrichthyes is originated from a Greek word. Chondrix means cartilage and ichthys means fish. That means its endoskeleton is made up of cartilaginous bone, so it is called as cartilaginous fishes. Its body is covered by scales, and scales are called as placoid scale, and it exists of exoskeleton. As we are talking about the chordata, it consists of notochordate that persist throughout their life. They are widely distributed in the marine habitat, but most diverse in tropical, subtropical, Indo-Pacific oceans. We are talking about the morphological character. It consisting of paired fins and a median fins. Paired fins consist of pectoral and the pelvic, and the median fins consisting of dorsal, anal and the caudal fin. The dorsal fin has 2 dorsal fin, first dorsal fin and the second dorsal fin. And the caudal fin is called as heterocercal caudal fin because of the 2 lobes, unequal 2 lobes. The upper lobe is longer than the lower lobe. And we are talking about the 3 systems like digestive system, respiratory system and the circulatory system. As we all know that all the systems are very well developed in cartilaginous fishes. The more important point should be noted is their mouth is usually located in the ventral. Cloaca is present. The cloaca is the main opening for the digestive as well as the reproductive system. And they have a spiral valve or a scroll valve which look like a spiral. The respiratory system, as we all know that they breathe through the gills, so it is called as branchial respiration. It consisting of 5 to 7 naked gill slits that are not covered by operculum except for the chimeras. And the first gill slit of the elasmobranchs are modified into spiracle. It is aid for the respiration. The last system is the circulatory system. It has 2 chambers, 1 auricle and 1 ventricle. A single circulation has been seen. Heart only takes the deoxygenated blood. It is called as venous or branchial hearts. Mostly the cartilaginous fish want to swim continuously because they lack of air bladder. To maintain their buoyancy, they want to swim continuously. They are polychothermous or cold-blooded animals, that is, they are lack of maintain their internal temperature. The sexes are separate. We can see a sexual dimorphism, that is, the male contain clasper on the pelvic fin that is used to transfer the sperm to the cloaca of the female. The skates and some of the sharks are oviparous, and most of the sharks are oviviviparous and few are viviparous. Let me talk about the sense organ. Ampulla of Lorenzi is a main electroreceptor of the shark on their head, which can sense the electric current generated by the movement of their prey, and it also helps in navigation. The other sensory organ is the lateral line organ, which detects all kinds of vibration, motion, water pressure surrounding them. Some of the special cartilaginous fishes have electric organ, for example torpedo, and the poison sting for trigon, which is used for defense as well as the predation. Let me talk about the classification of chondrichthyes. It is divided into two subphylums, Elasmobranchi and Holocephali. The elasmobranchi, the word elasmobranchi is also come from a Greek word which means plate, and branchia means gill. That is, it has a plate-like gills. It includes sharks, skates and rays. They are characterized by cylindrical or flattened bodies, 5 to 7 pairs of gill slit. Upper jaw is not fused to the cranium and it have placard scales. And holocephaly means complete head. It includes chimeras or ratfish and elephant fishes, characterized by the fusion of upper jaw to the cranium. The upper part of the skull is enclosed to the brain. One pair of gill opening, no scales are there. The elasmobranchi is divided into two suborders, Batioideae and Selachii. Batioideae includes stingray, electric ray and skates, guitar rays, sharks and sawfish. It is characterized by a dorsoventrally flattened body with expanded pectoral fin fused to the head, have 5 to 6 pairs of gill slits. It includes sharks, characterized by the fusiform body and 5 to 7 pairs of gill slits. Elasmobranch species play a crucial role as an apex or mesopredator by maintaining the ecosystem health through the regulation of population dynamics all the trophic levels. As we all know that the chondrichthyes are the most vulnerable group, which because of their biological characteristics such as slow growth, low fecundity, long gestation time, etc. As a result, their abundance is lower than that of the lower trophical organism, and they are extremely vulnerable to the fishing pressure. Because of the growing demand for the chondrichthyes products such as gill, fin, liver oil, etc. over past few decades, incidental and the targeted catch has increasing day by day. So the fishing pressure and over exploitation of many species has been occurred. As a result, there is a severe drop in chondrichthyes population, with some species experience decline up to 90%. As a result, now some of the species verge to an extinction. According to IUCN, 18% of chondrichthyes species are considered to either critically endangered or vulnerable. The decrease in abundance of chondrichthyes apex as an apex predator has led to a damage in direct and indirect effect on oceanic ecosystem around the world. According to Dennett and Clary, India is the second biggest shark fishing nation in the world and the largest in the Arabian Sea region. It contributes about 74,000 metric tons annually and 8,31,460 metric tons of chondrichthyes export to the worldwide. The chondrichthyes export from the India thus account for about 9% of globally and about 93% of ASR export for the species. By doubling of the trawling effect during the same time, the India has been seen 20 to 60 times decline in the landing. In India, battered landing has been declined up to 86%. According to Agilesh et al. 2014, overexploitation in Indian fishery has put 55% of elasmobranch species to brink on an extinction, with 3% categorized as critically endangered, 5% as endangered, 26% as vulnerable, 21% as nearly threatened, and in addition 37% are data deficient. As a result of no species management measure and poor enforcement existing measures at the state and national level, there is a significantly high level of threat and deficiency in the chondrichthyes of India. The chondrichthyes stock assessment remain absent. As a result, the catch limit on chondrichthyes landing are only imposed for the species protected schedule under 1 of Wildlife Protection Act 1972, which include whale shark, Rhinocodontypus, Pondicherry shark, giant guitar shark. Except for the whale shark, the species-specific protection has been constantly shown to be insufficient. According to Agilesh et al. 2014, 227 chondrichthyme species from 11 orders and 41 families has been documented or listed from the Indian Sea. These are some of the examples for the chondrichthymes in the Indian. First is chimeras, Neohariota pinnata. The IUCN status is near threatened and it is used for utilizing flesh, locally liver oil, and there is no species specific conservation measure for in this place. The next is comes under the sharks, Hexanicus gryganus. It is also near threatened. It is utilized for meat, liver oil, cartilage, fish meal, and in 20th centuries they are used for the leather. Even though it is near threatened, there is no species specific conservation is there. Next is Colosilium grygasum, vulnerable. They are used for meat, utilized for the human food. It is also no specific species specific conservation. Next is Stegostomata trigum, used for meat, flesh. The meat is on the basis of fresh as well as in the dried form. The fins are dried and processed for the shark fin trade, and IUCN status is endangered. The conservation of zebra shark is protected under Malaysian Fisheries Act. And next is the whale shark, Rhinocodon typus. It is largely depleted. The uses are the meat, liver oil, skin, fin. Liver oil is for the preservation of fin, fishing boat, fresh or frozen meat for export purpose, cured for the domestic consumption. The skin for the leather, fin for export. The cartilaginous for the medicinal purpose are used in the Chinese medicine. These are included in Appendix 2 of CITES and IUCN Red List in 2000, and it is vulnerable. And it is also trade regulation in Appendix 2 in CITES. Next one is Alopius pelagicus. It is also used for the meat, liver oil, leather, fin, and vitamin A. It is in 2009, Indian Ocean Tuna Commission has banned the retention, transmission of landing, storage and the sale of all the 3 species of the shark. In 2014, it is come under the convention, Apex 2 of Convention of Migratory Species, and in 2016, it's come under the Apex 2 of CITES. Isurus oxyrhynchus. The IUCN status is endangered. The uses are fin are widely marketed, meat are used fresh and dried form. The leather, jaws and teeth are used for the decoration, and it is under the CMS, Appendix 2 Convention of Migratory. In 2018, the Mexico announced the intention of purpose adding the short fin marco in Apex 2 in CITES. Caragines altimus, it is near threatened. It is used for fish meal, oil, shagreen, liver oil for vitamins. United States waters, this big nose shark has been prohibited species at least in 2007, and it is now prohibited under the Atlantic Highly Migratory Species Fisheries Management Plan, that is NMFS 2007 and NOAA 2014. Carcanicus obscurus, it is the IUCN status is endangered. It is also called as dusky shark. It is also used for meat, liver, cartilage, also for the vitamin A. And it is in 2017, it is listed on Appendix 2 CMS. Sclodidon laticulatus. It is IUCN is near threatened. It is utilized for the consumption in the fresh and dried form, and the fish meal. Some of them are used as a bait in bony fishes. And even though it is near threatened, there is no specific conservation measure in the place of India. India and Pakistan have seasonal trawl bans that might be benefit to these species. Euphora blockii. It is also endangered species used for meat, offal fish meal. Liver is a source of vitamins. There is no specific species specific management for these species also. Echinurhinus brucus. It is IUCN status is endangered, used for shark liver oil, rich in squalene. it is considered as the squalene is considered as the most valuable of the shark liver oil, and it is important marine resources for the local community. And there is no specific species measurement, and it is also targeted in shark finning and not permitted in Sophia. Anoxypristis cuspidata, it is endangered and it is used for the liver, vitamin A potency. Skin are used for the leather management, and the sword-like structure is used for the sword purpose. The conservation, it is come under the Appendix 1 site. Torpedo, it is called as electric ray. It is vulnerable. It is used as a food, but the flesh cut into pieces are used for the bait crab. Its skin is also prepared for the drum at Mumbai. There is no species specific measurement in place. Rhina anacrostoma, it is critically endangered. The flesh is considered for the nourishing, whether eaten salt or flesh. The oil from the liver much esteemed. Fin fetch is very good price and export value. There is a limit species specific conservation or management measure in the place. Rhinocobatus anadali, it is critically endangered. The meat is used. There is also no specific conservation measure. Rhinocobatus granulatus, it is also critically endangered. The flesh is used for the human consumption. There is no species specific conservation. Aetiobatus flagellum, it is endangered. Flesh is used. No specific measurement. Daciatus pastanica, vulnerable. Flesh is used and the skin is also used for the leather purpose. There is no species specific conservation. Gymnura piosoria, vulnerable. Flesh is used. No specific measurement. And Mobila birostris, it is endangered. It is used for the gill plates, liver oil, skin and meat. It is listed in Appendix 1 and 2 in CMS and Appendix 2 in CITES. Rhinoptera javanica, it is endangered species, also utilized for the fresh and in the form of dried and fresh form. There is no specific conservation measure. In spite of the large diversity and the lengthy history in the massive fisheries in India, there is only little research has been done for the contrictines. There is no proper identification of these species, and we should have a proper identification tool for these species. The proper identification of the exploited taxa is essential for the conservation, management and sustainable exploitation of biological resource, which emphasize the necessity of the systematic taxonomic research. Over last few decades, the contrictines stock has been declined due to the proper management and the ineffectiveness of protection. So, to improve the sustainability of and effectiveness of the conservation strategy, effort should be directed towards identifying the priority concern the species through the ecological and the threat assessment of the contrictine population in a high fishing area. Second, the community partnership should be formed in order to fully implement the management measures and develop as a sustainable conservation program with shared cross-sectoral responsibility and fisheries. Thank you.